Have you ever found yourself tossing and turning in bed just because your mind is just going, or just for whatever reason you just have too much energy, or you're just not ready to go to sleep quite yet, so you just keep tossing and turning? This video is for you. I want to go over some things about why sleep is so important, but also I want to go over 5 easy tips that you can start to incorporate into your lifestyle today that will help you get into that restful state where you get more deep sleep so you feel more rested when you wake up as well. So let's go over some of these things, because according to the CDC, it breaks it down for how much sleep we need. So newborns, we actually need, as we're infants and we're growing, we need 14 to 17 hours of sleep. Now, if you think about it, why is that so true? It's because infants or newborns, they're just constantly, their job is to grow and to develop. Their body's starting to learn its functions, your neurological pathways, just what is the world around us. It's trying to figure out what all that stuff is. So sleep is really important for us to process all that stuff, but it's extremely important in the repair and the recover and the growth phase of our body. So sleep is going to help the infants and the newborns with all of that stuff going on. Now, as we get older, we're not growing, we're not all trying to figure out what's going on. So we still need sleep though. So teenagers, about 8 to 10 hours of sleep. For adults, they say 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So it's extremely important for everyone across the board, although it can be more important when you're younger, but as we still age and we're getting older, we still need a lot of sleep. So some of the benefits of sleep. Sleep helps with so many different things, whether it be for concentration, whether it be productivity, or even cognitive function, or just being able to think clear. It really is required for so many different aspects. Even if you're an athlete, right, you need that performance. It's going to help you with thinking clear, to focus on whatever you have to get done, or even just in that repair mode where, let's say you just competed or you just worked out and you tore a bunch of muscles. It needs to repair, and sleep is extremely important in that process. Now, they also showed in the study of Journal and of Child Psychology and Psychiatry, they showed in 2015 that sleep has a direct impact on behavior and academics. Now, this is not just about physical recovery, but it's also about mental recovery as well, especially if you're trying to perform well in class, whether it be in your career, whether it be you just have some goals that you're trying to accomplish, or just you're really trying to think and trying to remember all that stuff. Sleep has a direct impact on your performance in the classroom and just mentally as well. And so this is where sleep can help with weight management. It can help with your increase in mood or decrease your risk of depression, and even especially with your immune system. It can help to boost your immune system, helping your body to recover and combat whatever it's trying to fight against. So there's so many different benefits of sleep. So I want to go into 5 easy tips that you can incorporate today to help you to get more sleep, because it's so important and so crucial into what we need in our life. So let's talk about the first tip. So the first tip is consistency in terms of getting a consistent sleep time. Now, within our schedules, there's so much chaos in terms of around us, whether it be our work schedule, our kids' schedule with the sports and all the other stuff. So sometimes it can get so hard to get into a rhythm and a routine. But if you can get a consistent sleep time and a consistent awake time, that's going to help your body to get mentally and physically prepared to go to sleep. So let's say you have a scheduled 9 o'clock to go to sleep, or a scheduled 10 o'clock to go to sleep. Your body will naturally get into that rhythm of like, oh man, it's 9:30, I got to start getting ready to go to sleep. It's 8:30, I got to get ready to go to sleep. And it will start to feel tired and drowsy, because now your body's into that rhythm of sleep. And so it will get you ready to, when you hit that pillow, boom, you're out and you're ready to just go to sleep and you're knocking out there. So consistent sleep cycle is going to be a huge part. This is why so many people can start to go to sleep without waking up to an alarm, is because their body will naturally get into this rhythm of going to sleep and then also waking up. So consistent sleep cycle is the first step. Now, the second step is getting into low light levels at night. Now, especially in our day and age where technology is just so prevalent around everything that we do, whether it be our laptops, our cell phones, our TVs, it emits blue light and bright light. So the first step that you can do is to dim the brightness on those screens. Or if you have the ability to go from day mode to night mode, that is one of the best things that you can do to reduce the blue light. Because what happens is when you're in that daytime mode or that bright light mode, your body will start to suppress the level of melatonin within our body. This is why it's extremely important for people that are working graveyard shift. What happens is if there's so much light within the room, there's no melatonin, so you're always going to be awake, awake, awake. This is why you have to get those blackout curtains on those windows, because it's actually going to help you to start to increase the level of melatonin within your body, which will help you to naturally go to sleep. This is why there's supplements that you can get where it's called melatonin supplements, and you can start to take that if your body naturally isn't producing enough and you're having trouble going to sleep. So there is artificial melatonin. But if we can start to do more natural things by lowering the light levels in our life, especially at night, that's going to help us to get to sleep, because that melatonin level is going to be up, and it's going to help us to just get drowsier, and it's going to get us ready to go to sleep and hit our pillow and to knock out here. So that's the second step. The third thing is exercise. Now, oftentimes we just have too much energy built up and we just can't fall asleep because we just haven't exhausted anything. We haven't exerted ourselves. This is why people that are exercising in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening time, we just got to get some form of movement in our body, because there's nothing to repair, there's nothing to recover, just because you haven't been able to move and expend any of that energy that you have. The only thing I want to make sure that I note is that you don't want to go and exercise right before bed, because that gets your heart rate up, gets your endorphin levels up, and all this other stuff, and it's going to be really hard to go to straight to bed right after that. You should exercise in the mornings or sometime just right after work, not right before you go to sleep, because that's going to really make it challenging. But if you start to expend some energy, start to break down some of those muscles, because you're trying to get strong, you're trying to build up your body, even if it's just going out for walks for about 30 minutes a day, or going for a light jog or some running or swimming, whatever it is that you can do, just exert some energy so your body will start to get more into that restful state towards the end of the day. So exercise is the third thing that you want to do. Now, the fourth thing is avoiding caffeinated beverages before bed. Now, this could actually be, for some people, avoiding caffeinated beverages completely, just depending on how sensitive your body is, because some people are wired different. You've always heard of those people that can drink a cup of coffee right before bed and boom, they're out and they don't have any effects from it, just because their body sensitivity is so low. But there's some people that have a higher sensitivity, so no matter what time they drink it, whether it be like 10 hours before bed, 12 hours before bed, they just can't drink it because their body's just always going, jittery, whatever the circumstance is. So depending on you and who you are, you know your body best. But I would say even eliminating some of the sodas, some of the teas, whatever it is that you need to do, if you can avoid that before bed or a number of hours before bed, that's going to really help your body to get into that restful state. So that's the fourth tip. Now, the last thing is de-stress. Now, stress is one of the most prevalent things within our society, just because of everything going on, the speed of our society. We're just go, 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 go. And sometimes that stress can build up, whether it be with family, relationships, work, career, school, whatever the circumstance. All that stuff contributes to our stress level. So there's some specific things that you can do to start to lower that stress level, decreasing your cortisol levels, and that will help you get into that restful state. So in your body, you have what's called the fight or flight response. And what you can actually start to do, the first thing you can start to do is getting deep breaths into your body. So actually, when you take deep breaths, when you're actually in a fight or flight response, or you're in that sympathetic state, you're getting shortness of breath, because what happens is if you're trying to run from a lion or a tiger, or if you're stressed out, you actually have short breaths. You can actually just feel like you're hyperventilating. But when you start to slow down, take some deep breaths through the nose and out through the mouth, that automatically, boom, triggers your body from that fight or flight response and puts you into more of a rest and digest state. So that is the first thing that you can start to do to decrease stress, is to take deep breaths and just doing some consistent breathing exercises. So that's the first state. Now, the second thing is meditation or praying. Now, you can meditate and clear out your mind. I like to pray because I feel like I'm just giving all my stress and anxiety and worries to God. Whatever it is that you need to do, you do you. But man, if you can just take some time to take a step back, let it go, and just clearing your mind, that's going to really help to really reduce that stress level. The third thing is just listening to calming music, or even just reading a book, whatever you need to do, that you can actually get yourself into a state of mind where it's like, man, you're winding down, you're getting off of that technology, you're reading a book, getting your body really ready for bed. That's going to help you to decrease stress, and that's going to help you to get restful sleep as well. So those are the tips that I have for you today. There's so much more that you can do. Just Google it, YouTube it, whatever you need to do. But there's so much information out there that you can start to do that will help you to get to sleep. So sleep is extremely important. If you're an adult, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. But if you do, I know that you'll start to recover and heal and repair, because that's just what sleep is meant to do, and it will help with so many different parts of your life and in your body. So I hope that helped you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Peace.